YouTube, I am NintendoMan64, bringing you another episode of Pokemon Leaf Green. In the last episode, we took down Lorelei and Bruno of the Elite Four, and are now prepared to take on the last remaining members of said Elite Four. In the battles that went and came, Mr. Mime was the champion of Bruno, along with Bulbabutt. And against Lorelei, it was basically Yoshi who did everything, because Jinx was a cheating bitch. But anyway, as we move on to the next one, I give you fair warning. This is where the Elite Four starts to get really hard if your team is not prepared for it. Now, as you can see, I have 3 Pokemon that are holding items. Luna is holding the XP share still, because of all the Pokemon here, she's the one that's going to get least likely get experience in this fight. Big Mama is the one holding the amulet coin, and Mr. Mime is holding something different. I decided to give Mr. Mime a little item to ensure that I will not have to worry about one of this chick's most evil and signature attacks. Because this woman named Agatha likes to use Pokemon that seem very reminiscent of Pokemon Tower, don't they? Yes, she uses ghost types. Luckily for us, there were very few ghost types in the game at this point, and her best bet for those were ghost poison types or other poison types. Case in point, Mr. Mime and Big Mama should be able to deal great damage against this chick, but we shall see. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex, a Waka Waka. He's wrong. Pokemon are for battling. Mikey, I'll show you how a real trainer battles. Yes, Agatha is the one that everyone has said they've always had problems with. Usually it is the third person in the Elite Four that you have the most problems with. She has 2 Pokemon that we have not seen yet, actually, one Pokemon we haven't seen yet, but she has 2 of them. That is Gengar! Gengar is the fully evolved form of the Ghastly family. You can only acquire it through trade, if you trade a Haunter. There is no other way to acquire a Gengar. If you're looking for another way, good luck. You will never find one. As you would expect, Gengar is very... Gengar focuses mostly on being a dick, for lack of a better term, because Gengar is, again, for lack of a better term, a dick. And all we really want to do is just take it out. It is very fast. It is extremely powerful in its special attacking capabilities, and it's also very fast. I'm surprised Mr. Mime's faster than him, though, but I digress. I will accept. Alright, next up is Golbat. I would like to give the extra experience to Mr. Mime, but I did kind of promise Big Mama. Seeing as how I gave her the amulet coin to begin with, it would be wrong of me. It would be wrong of me not to give her the opportunity. And Air Cutter didn't do anything. We'll use Rock Slide, which I taught her. Ooh, that didn't do anything. That didn't do anything! And there's good old Confuse Ray. Unfortunately. And of course she hurts herself in her confusion. Why wouldn't she? Alright, Mr. Mime, show her how it's done. Maybe Big Mama just needs a little bit of reinforcement. Alright. Next up is Arbok. Alright, you think you can handle an Arbok, Big Mama? I mean, it is a snake. Are you afraid of snakes? I know, I'm being mean to you, Big Mama. I apologize. I'm just very annoyed that everything that could have gone Agatha's way for that instant went her way. Luckily, I don't believe her Arbok knows anything that devastating. At least to Big Mama. So, I'm not that afraid. Hence why I gave Big Mama the amulet coin. I knew for a fact she could handle this. And she did. Alright, next up is Haunter. We're gonna go right back to Mr. Mime here. We really don't have another option if that's the case, because in case you don't remember, the physical special split has not happened yet, and Ghost is a physical type attacking thing. In case you didn't know. So if you're running around hoping that a move like Shadow Ball is a physical special attack, it is not yet. It is a physical attack still. That is terrifying to behold. Even more terrifying is the fact that this Gengar is 7 levels higher than Mr. Mime, and there goes Mr. Mime. Now, I do have an ace in the hole, and that would be Luna to face this Gengar. Basically, use Calm Mind, because Shadow Ball does not affect Luna. Now, Return will not affect Gengar, conversely. However, I do have Flamethrower. I also have Full Restore, so I'm kind of not afraid of your Sludge Bomb. I kind of thought this Gengar knew Psychic, but I think I'm thinking of the Gen 1. So, basically, I have the advantage here. All I really need to do is just keep beefing up my stats, and then just use one Flamethrower to take this thing out. First things first, though. No, that's a freshwater. Learn to read. Learn to read. Actually, my real ace in the hole at this point is Beaks, but I wanted to see how I really wanted to see how Luna would handle this. And so far she's handling it pretty well. Now she's gonna have beef for days. Let's see how a Flamethrower does. Of course. Of course. 60% accuracy, but it'll always hit. Ay vey. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, now let's try it. Alright, Hypnosis missed. Let's see what the damage is with Flamethrower. Whoa, we burnt it! Nice! Unfortunately, she may not. She may not. She may not. She didn't! Yes! Awesome! Good job, Luna! Taking out Gengar for the win. Alright. That's a lot of experience. Good for you, Luna. Oh my, you're something special, child. Yes, I am. You win. I see what that old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now. Yeah, they're kind of bitter about losing, in case you haven't noticed. I have nothing more to say. Well, you won't beat them. You've only gotten a taste of their power. Let's hope the last guy isn't as big a sore loser. Now, this guy that we're going to be going up against uses a type of Pokemon we haven't really had a lot of experience with. Now, there is a good news, bad news with that scenario. Let's start with the bad news. The bad news is the fact that this guy uses a Pokemon that negates your advantages with water, ground, fire, grass, and electric. What do I mean by that? Exactly what I told you. He will make your job a living hell if you utilize those types. The good news with those, however, is that this type has a very, very critical flaw. And I think Yoshi should be able to sweep right through this. And I'm going to look and see how close... you could use it. You know what, Yoshi? You earned this. You earned this rare candy right here. Let's see. Beefed up your stats a bit. Good. What I like to see. And now, let's go. This guy uses a type of Pokemon that is very interesting. He uses dragons. However, like ghosts, there aren't that many dragon types in Gen 1. In fact, there's only one line. That doesn't stop him from using Pokemon that will be a total and complete hindrance on you. So I do recommend you take caution with this fight. I've heard about you, Mikey. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance the Dragon Master. You know, the dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, you're ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Mikey. Yes! The mighty Lance! 5 Pokemon. 3 of them are dragons. 1 is water flying, 1 is rock flying. Starting off with Gyarados. If you have an electric type, or a Pokemon that knows an electric type move, this is an insta-kill. Especially since the only dragon type move it knows is Dragon Rage, which only does 40 points of damage. Oh wow, it's not an insta-kill. I'm surprised. Alright, first things first then. We use Confuse Ray on this thing. At least, if at the very least, we'll be able to get some nice little hits in on it. Let's see. Hurt itself, good, and Thunderbolt should kill it then. Hopefully it will, at least. And it did, good. Okay. Now, there's only one Pokemon I hesitate to throw Yoshi out against. And that's Aerodactyl. And he's smart, so he's going to throw that out next. So, with that in mind, let's throw out Mr. Mime. Aerodactyl! You want to see what this thing looks like? Here you go. Extremely fast and extremely powerful. Use caution when fighting this thing. And a crit. Oh boy, that's not good. Can I get a one-hit KO? Of course not. Oh, but I got paralysis. That's good. Okay. I don't remember what its ability is. So I'm gonna not throw caution to the wind here and attack. And now I will! Bye-bye! Okay, Aerodactyl is gone, which means the rest of this fight belongs to Lapras. He has 3 Pokemon! He's throwing out his most powerful right off the bat. Say hello to the mighty Dragonite. Dragon flying type. Move, I don't remember its moves. All I know is it knows the great move Outrage. So you gotta be careful with this thing. However, this Dragonite has one critical flaw. It is now ×4 weak to Ice type. Plus, with Yoshi being an Ice type, this Dragonite should not have very long on the field. But he lived, so he's gonna be a dick about it. And get healed, or not. I thought this guy had an extra... Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna argue when something's going my way. 1 second. Stinking allergies. Anyway, Dragonite is down, so that's good. And the last two Pokemon are both Dragonairs. Dragonair is the middle form of the Dratini line. It's good. Fortunately, it's not Dragonite good. I love Dragonite. Unfortunately, Dragonair is just not there. And Yoshi seems to be eager to clean house, and I think I'm gonna let him. Dragons only have two types of weaknesses as of Gen 3. Itself and ice types. And I have an ice type. Ooh, it lived. That's interesting. Full restore expected. Hopefully this ice beam will be an insta-kill then. And it was good! Awesome! Crit too! Yoshi? Beaks didn't level up though. That's shocking. But we beat Lance and now we're the Pokemon League champ! That's it. I hate to admit it, but you are a Pokemon Master. And $12,000 coming our way. I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Mikey. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Let's do the dance! Or you would been. Wait, what? What? Or you would have been, but you have one more challenge left. There is one more traitor to face, and his name is Baggage. Dun dun dun. He beat the Elite Four before you. He is the real Pokemon League champion. And we will deal with that arrogant, smug, shugga-mugga-lugga next episode. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm the Tedaman64. Join me next time for said battle. Until then, sayonara.